Let's speak about Facebook, baby, or Meta. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. We haven't said that in a while. And today, we're going to be speaking about Facebook, okay? Now, the market opens as I record this in less than a minute. My hair, what is wrong with my hair? I need a haircut, man. But anyway, market opens in less than a minute. As of right now, it's down close to 24%. And we're going to see what happens, okay? I waited specifically to record this to see how the market reacts at open. But what I do want to do today is speak about, is it a good buy right now? Is this warranted? Because this is pretty much going to be a 52-week low for Facebook. And we all know that if you zoom out, Facebook just grows and grows and grows. It doesn't come without its ups and downs, but it does grow. And anytime that one of these really huge stocks market opens, drops 20% in a day, you would expect it to rebound very, very quickly. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this temporarily just so we can see what the stock does. No immediate rebound at open. Maybe there wasn't too many buy orders put in, but look at this gap that's been created, my friends. What I want to say is, okay, from this position, there's somebody from the Discord. What's happening, bro? I will drop you a message as soon as I'm done recording this video. 32% upside if you were to buy right now, and it just fills in the gap all the way back up to the top. Represents a 57% upside. But in today's video, we're going to speak about more than just that. We're going to speak about what actually went so poorly that these things happened. And there's a few things. There's definitely a few things. I think it's fair to point out that earnings didn't necessarily go terribly. They just missed expectations to an absolutely huge degree, and they gave quite a poor outlook, okay? If you don't watch this whole video, just listen to this sentence. We expect first quarter 2022 total revenue to be in the range of $27 to $29 billion, which represents 3 to 11% year-over-year growth. Now, 3 to 11% year-over-year growth may not sound absolutely horrific, but it was expected to be closer to 18%. This quarter was expected to be 27.4%. So, yeah, it is very bad. We can see it's turned green. Oh, it's at 245. Woohoo. Really quickly, my friends, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Helps me out a lot. Drop me a comment down below and subscribe if you are new around here. And also, if you are somebody who would like some free stocks, maybe we'll get a free Facebook stock. It will go back up in value. Who knows? Click the first link in the description or in the pinned comment, okay? You can get up to 5 free stocks worth up to $3,500 each when you sign up to Moomoo. It really is the best sign-up deal there ever has been for pretty much any broker I've ever seen. So you'll be crazy not to check it out, okay? But I'm actually surprised at this price action. You can see it's at extremely oversold levels. Last time it was here was March of 2020 was the last time Facebook was so oversold, my friends. I think that just goes to show the market we're in right now. But anyway, monthly active users was 2.91 billion. The estimate was for more, 2.95 billion. So if you just go and look through the presentation, everything is going up. It's just going up slower than expected and considerably slower than expected. Daily active users were at 1.93 billion. Estimate was 1.95 billion. The miss on EPS coming in at 367. The estimate was for 384. Operating margin 37%, that was a miss as well. So they missed on nearly everything. I believe revenue was not a miss, but it wasn't really too important all in all. And that has what has ultimately led to this huge sell-off and this huge gap being created. Now, something to point out, if we look at the year-ended numbers for December 31st and we look at our diluted EPS, 1377 compared to 1009 year prior. We can also see, though, that some of the numbers aren't quite as good, particularly last quarter. If we look at 3 months ended December 31st, 21 versus 2020, income from operations was actually a little bit lower. Operating margin was lower as well, which is fine. And then we see effective tax rate higher, net income actually lower. So, is it as bad as it seems? Is it as bad to warrant this huge downward move? And the answer is, honestly, maybe. Given how high the stock price already has up, market cap for Facebook, 682 billion. 682 billion. Wow. That is insanity, in my opinion. The temptation for me to just pick up some shares right now and hold them for a very long time is high. Again, just fill in that gap. We've just made 34%. Get up to our highs. We've made 60% on Facebook. That could genuinely happen within the next few months. The next quarter or so might be shaky just because people aren't going to have near as much confidence in Facebook now after these earnings have came out. So do be aware of that. Definitely can go lower, but I mean, again, that RSI, wow, that is so oversold. Oh my goodness. One thing I want to point out as well, though, I made a video on this. Amazon earnings come out after hours today, so be aware that could lead to another sell-off in Facebook and a lot of other big tech, a lot of other big NASDAQ stocks. So be aware of that. If they miss similar to the way that Facebook did, yeah, that could get scary very quickly. So Facebook's in a different place now than it was a couple of years ago. They're facing a lot more challenges as well. One of them being TikTok, okay? So there's a few things that Mark Zuckerberg had to say that I want to speak about. He goes, there are two things that I want to call out that are having an impact on our business, okay? The first is competition. People have a lot of choices for how they want to spend their time, and apps like TikTok are growing very quickly. I think that's true. I think at this stage, nearly everybody has a TikTok account. The people who were reluctant at the start, who thought it was a children's app, now realize that that is not what it is whatsoever. And a lot of people spend at least some portion of their day scrolling their phones on that children's app that is now anything but, essentially. And TikTok has captured a lot of the market, and people can't, be on all of the social media sites at once. So ultimately, when something really big like TikTok comes along, it's going to take away from the likes of Facebook and every other social media site as well. This is why our focus on Reels is so important over the long term, as is our work to make sure that our apps are the best services out there for young adults, which I spoke about in our last call. So yes, Instagram, we're doing Reels now, which is their answer to TikTok, essentially. It's not anywhere near as big yet, but they are really pushing it. They're giving more exposure to people who are using Reels as opposed to posting regularly. If you're somebody trying to grow on Instagram, keep that in mind. Beat the algorithm, work with the algorithm. Mark Zuckerberg basically just told you right here they need Reels. Reels is what's going to help fill in this gap at some stage of life, so make sure you're taking advantage of them. The second area, and related to this, is that we're in the middle of a transition on our own services towards short form video like Reels, okay? Like they just said. Goes on to discuss their investment priorities for 2022. Now, I'm not going to sit here and read out the entirety of this to you. That seems like a silly thing to do. But the first one is Reels, okay? Quite obviously, and I think that's very important. When a new social media app like TikTok comes out, you have to do what they are doing. You have to stay competitive if you're somebody like Facebook. And keep in mind, they still have nearly 2 billion monthly active users. TikTok's not being destroyed. I mean, Facebook's not being destroyed by TikTok whatsoever. But anyway, the next investment priority is community messaging, which is about chatting with groups of people that you have something in common with, okay? WhatsApp, Messenger, all of this is going to be happening, okay? We saw their research and development costs go up considerably, if I can find it, or their capital expenditure is up there. Research and development definitely did go up. I don't want to waste your time go looking for those numbers. But anyway, I also want to call out business messaging too, since it's an area where there's real momentum. We estimate more than 1 billion users are connecting with a business account across our messaging services every week. And we're partnering with companies like Uber and Geomart. I think that's true. A lot of people do. A lot of businesses set up their, hotlines or whatever it is through WhatsApp in particular. And a lot of smaller businesses who don't necessarily even have, websites or functioning websites use Facebook Messenger as their website for their business. So yes, it's another area they're focused on, which is also good. They're making good progress on our broader commerce efforts. And then next up is ads, okay? So this is one of the things that did hammer Facebook this quarter. With Apple's iOS changes and new regulation in Europe, there's a clear trend where less data is available to deliver personalized ads, okay? People still want to see relevant ads, and businesses still want to reach the right customers. Makes sense. That's what everybody wants. So we're rebuilding a lot of our ads infrastructure so we can continue to grow and deliver high quality personalized ads. Now, this right now is a very bad thing, okay? Down the line, who knows? This could lead to an even better advertising service than they had before. And again, that would be the kind of catalyst that comes out in 2 or 3 quarters time that would be absolutely huge and would just completely fill in that gap. Down 26% on the day now, by the way, guys. Wow. Okay, it's going to be very interesting to see where this goes. Okay, the next 2 investment priorities I want to discuss is an infrastructure that underpins their products. First is privacy, and we also have AI. Obviously, these are what you think of when you think of Facebook. And the last investment priority is the metaverse. So Facebook is shifting an awful lot. It's making some absolutely huge changes. And these changes are going to have some good and bad things in the short term. And I don't just think this quarter, next quarter. I think the next year or two at the very least is going to be, we're going to see a different company than we are used to in Facebook, essentially. Oh, Facebook is going up a few cents, baby. Never mind. And it's gone. So do I personally think Facebook is a good buy right now? I mean, honestly, yes. I know I just outlined a lot of bad things, a lot of things that, to an extent verify that this drop deserves to happen. I also think that Facebook, the majority of the Nasdaq, the majority of big tech was and still is to an extent overvalued. And I am happy to seeing huge sell-offs such as this one. Facebook now, from their absolute peaks of about $385, have lost about 37% of their value. I mean, yeah, I'd much rather buy Facebook at these prices than here. I'm going to give the same advice, not financial advice, as I did with Google, is it's just buy and hold. These companies are the biggest in the world. They are the best performing companies in the world. Facebook still has its incredible balance sheet. It still is nearly 2 billion monthly active users, customers. They're making more revenue on a per customer basis as time goes on. I mean, yeah, buy and hold here as opposed to buy and hold at 380. You're going to make a lot more on a per share basis. It's not really rocket science. But anyway, my friends, that is my thoughts on what has gone on with Facebook. I'm glad to see a lot of big tech crashing. It's finally happening. It's what the markets have needed for a long time now. I'm also glad the big drop is happening before the first rate hike. It means that we may not go through quite as much pain when the actual rate hikes come through in March as expected. We're going to have to wait and see though. But if you watch this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. Remember, if you are somebody who likes free things, mainly free money, click that first link in the description or in the pinned comment. Sign up to Moomoo, get up to 5 free stocks worth up to $3,500 each. It truly is beautiful. You could get some Facebook, and maybe you'll make juicy profits down the line. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope you're getting ready to take advantage of some of these dips. I will see you for another video very soon. Peace.